Okay, here we go. Goddamn. We should be on live.
Yes, we are.
This is really not going to be easy, but we're going to fucking do it anyway. And we're going to get into the reason why we're going to fucking do it anyway. I can hear myself. No.
Sorry.
Ew. That's even worse. No.
Sorry, that was on me.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm just playing. I joke my way through pain if you haven't noticed yet. I'm that guy.
That guy's essential, though. Some of us don't deal with it well.
I didn't say I deal with it well. I just said that's how I deal.
You deal better than I do.
Don't tell that to my wife. She'll be pissed. Like, she's always, stop joking. I'm like, I can't. It's a defense mechanism. Sorry. Okay, we're on.
Sorry, I'm super engulfed in these chicken fries.
I want some goddamn chicken fries, man. All I have was a sandwich.
I mean, honestly, you're apologizing to the one person who eats all the time on screen, so what does it matter?
You're apologizing to the guy who ate once on the screen, so it was well deserved, homie.
I stuffed myself with chips and salsa beforehand. Hi, Pepe.
What up,
Felipe is
Felipe?
watching us.
Oh, Felipe, my brother. Why, CWO? Fuck, I bring you on here, but you're probably gonna make me cry. Feel free to drop stories. That's all I'm saying. Feel free. So yeah, I think I like to say a lot of things that go without saying because I'm that kind of person too. But I don't think, like, obviously we're not doing the regular intro. I think we might as well just like skip the soundboards and just get everything out of the way, say what we gotta say, and then try to get into a little bit of show and just roll
How's this
from
sound?
there.
How's this sound? Let's just do the special intro and then go right into the show.
That's what I thought we were gonna do.
Yeah, that's what
No
I mean. Like,
introductions for us. No nothing. Everyone knows who we are. This isn't a night for introductions.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought that would be best because, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to make it too. I don't want to make it too much of a bummer, but I don't want to be sitting here playing goofy sounds and saying stupid shit and sounding disrespectful either. This is probably the most.
to talk about.
There is. Some of it was good, but there is. This is probably the most nervous I've ever been about a show in my entire life.
We shouldn't be. He wouldn't want us to be.
Nope.
I know. I know.
I'm doing my best to smile, just like the man would.
Right?
You know.
Yes, exactly. No, you got it. Well, I guess we might as well get this on the road.
Check it out, you guys. Vaccine. Boop. My arm hurts. A little sore.
Yay! Well, it'll have a few weeks to recover before you get the next one, so you be good.
Oh, Jason's here. Hey, Jason.
Yeah, I see that.
Jason Griff?
Yeah.
Oh,
What up,
Griff,
Jeff?
what up, man? Yeah, definitely. Dream Team shirts, everything. I'm trying, man. I whew. Y'all doing okay? Yeah, yes, we're doing as good as we can. How are you, Alexis? Seriously.
Yeah, definitely. How are you?
We're just, hanging in there as best we can, trying to. I'm telling you, I've never been this nervous about anything my whole fucking life. I'm usually just like cold, ice, veins. Done. Not tonight. Not tonight at all. But now we got some people up in here. Let me start the recording, cue the intro. We'll just get going. All right, folks. Here we go. Oh boy. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into a special show for damn sure. Maybe not for the greatest of reasons, but it's certainly special. And I couldn't go any further without just getting it out there for those of you that don't know. We lost family last week. We lost a man who we absolutely loved, admired. Like literally, one of my son runs around this house calling him Uncle Shells, and he never met him, but he still runs around the house calling him Uncle Shells. That black shirt behind me is the shirt he sent my son when he saw a video of him getting down to one of Scorsese's tracks, and trying to rap it, even though he's supposed to be nonverbal. And he said, "You know what? Lil Psycho is officially a member of the Zip Squad," and sent him that shirt. We are here tonight to do what we got to do and to honor a man who meant the world to us. Hence why Wendy's off camera already while I'm trying to breathe through this. Scorcese Lorde Jones, AKA Shells. Man, I don't know. I'm telling you that in theory this sounded like a good idea, but then once you're doing it, it's a whole other thing, y'all. So bear with us. I can't begin to describe this man. I can't begin to help y'all to understand what he meant to me personally. Not just top rope and all this other bullshit. Like, this was a guy that came into my life, and I felt so bad because the first conversation we ever had, I probably looked like the whitest guy on earth. Because straight up, like before we, like right as we got into doing this show, Wendy kind of introduced him to us, and we started talking on social media, and then we started messaging, and I said, "Oh, Scorsese, that's a dope name. Like, which one's your favorite film? Are you like Goodfellas guy or this or that?" And he's like, "Nah, man, that ain't even what it's about." I was like, "For real?" And now I feel stupid because like I should have probably asked him, but I didn't. And now it just sounds stupid. Like, "Oh, what's your favorite film?" And he's like, "No, man, I say it because it's, oh, fuck. Because it stands for stacking chips on records, crushing every single enemy." And immediately I had to kind of like pull my project pass back. I was like, "Oh, like KRS-One means knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everybody, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, right, you got it, man." I was like, okay, I don't look like such a dumbass honky at this point. Cool. And amazingly, this dude kept talking to me. And eventually he came on this show, but even before that, we would talk about the Eagles, we would talk about our kids, we would talk about everything. I mean, everything. Every
He's just that kind of person. Like, you could talk about everything with him. I mean, when we talked, it would be about everything. We would talk about writing and bicycles and wrestling and music and food and how great PBR is when it's ice cold. And
PBR.
Honestly, I almost broke out the PBR hard coffee just because we've had that conversation too, and it was the closest thing I had. But it's been a hard day, y'all. I'm tired, so it's just regular coffee. Get some liquor in me, I'll be blubbering like a baby. So no, can't do that. But thank you to everybody in our live chat for showing up anyway. Thank you to Alexis and Peta and all you guys for saying that you're here for us one day at a time and all that. And believe me, I know it's been touch and go.
You guys too.
Yes.
Like you're here for us, we're here for you too, and
we are definitely here for you too.
And Lexi, you're my neighbor. You're literally 30 minutes away. So anything, just say the word and I'm there.
And I'm like 90 minutes away, so I'll drive up.
There was something when Shells was on the show. There was something that I've been waiting to talk about with him again, because it's like he said it and he made me, and he convinced me that it was okay. We were talking about how Ricochet got squashed by Brock in 16 seconds, and he said it was okay because that was a dream match for Ricochet, but it wasn't okay for Pineapple Pete to get jobbed out to Chris Jericho. You know, and he made me believe that it was okay for Ricochet to job because it was a dream match, but it wasn't okay for Pineapple Pete or Sir D to get jobbed out the gym. But
That's something Shells can make
that's
you
one of those
believe,
things.
man.
It was like I couldn't wait to get him back on the show to talk about it again because I was like, how man, uh, it
I know. Shells can make you believe anything, man. He could make you
yeah,
believe in
yeah.
yourself when you didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, he really could.
Somebody asked me, like, if I had to, going into the show, somebody asked me if I had to describe this man, how would I describe him? And I was like, this man, he was, when it came to music, it was his passion, it was his job, and he was on that grind. Like, if you followed him on Twitter, you knew it, because every couple of seconds it's just Shells tweeted this, Shells tweeted this, tweet, 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 tweet. Like, my Twitter feed has never been so just ghost town without him. I never realized. But he was always trying to work his way up. But he wasn't just trying to come up. If he believed in you, if he saw something in you, he was trying to bring you with him.
Yeah.
And that was the best part about that man. There wasn't a selfish bone in his body. Of course he wanted his, but he wanted everybody around him to get his too. I think we, of all people, would know because we were a very small show when he graced us with his presence, and all of a sudden, we're not very big, but we're a lot fucking bigger from the day he showed up and the day he started backing us and putting us out and shouting us out in his live feeds, doing all this stuff. And he would make you feel important, even if you weren't. Like, I think like a month or two back when Nation Gang came out, I got the early press release for it. And honestly, truthfully, I know. You don't have to say it. I know. Who the fuck am I? Honestly, I'm nobody. He sent me an early release of his album, and I asked him why, and he's like, because you're just as big a deal as anybody on this goddamn list. And he had a list of, like, people in music that could make you and big-time people, and I'm on the goddamn list. If that's not someone trying to make someone feel special, I don't know what the fuck is. That was Shells in a nutshell. He always tried to make you feel special. Like when we brought him on for the interview, we had asked him, will you do a song for us? And he was like, oh, bet, definitely, I got you. And I was like, for real? Like, we can't pay you, like, we're nobody. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do it. And he had and when he got busy working on his other projects, he had told us, like, I'm working on it, I can't do it right now, but here's 2 unreleased tracks, use whichever one you want. We're still using it. And a few months ago, he just messaged me out of the blue, and he was like, he was on social media, and he was asking for a beat because he wanted to rhyme, and I had picked something out. I think it was like, oh, this track from this beat from this group called like the Handsome Boy Modeling Company or something. Sounds dope. You should rap on that. And there were a bunch of people that did. He picked mine, and then when he picked mine, he started rapping about us, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like he just said my name in his freestyle. He just said my name. I was running around. I was sending the link to that to everybody I knew. I was playing it for my family. I was losing my goddamn mind. This man wanted to bring you up if he saw something in you, and if he felt something for you, if he thought you had something, and he obviously thought we had something, and he obviously felt for us the way we feel for him to this very minute, or else why do it?
I also appreciated that he wasn't afraid to call you out on your shit.
No.
I will never get rid of it. I have a voicemail.
Is it the Nation one?
We were on air, and he literally called me, and he ranted about how I was so wrong for like using Wikipedia.
Minutes.
Wikipedia is not.
What the fuck are you using Wikipedia for, homegirl?
It's a 5-minute voicemail. It's a 5-minute voicemail.
I thought it was
him ranting, him lecturing me on the correct history of the Nation of Domination. Why am I using Wikipedia? Wikipedia is not a legitimate source. And then his teacher rage came out. Ah!
Yes, the teacher. Oh my god! Like, I was dying laughing while you're playing this voicemail because it's on a recording. She's playing a voicemail in her microphone on the show while we're recording, and the whole time I'm just laughing my ass. I'm like, I'm sorry, Shells. Blame Wendy. It wasn't. It was her. Blame her. Blame her. Right down there.
It's just a whole thing.
I mean,
and it even starts. We do not use Wikipedia.
Yes, we do not. I mean, emphasis on not use Wikipedia.
This day forward, the show is no longer allowed to use Wikipedia.
Ever.
Never, ever again.
Ever.
If it comes up Wikipedia, we have to find it a different way.
I'm gonna keep it totally 100. Before that voicemail, I used to pull up the pay-per-view cards on Wikipedia. I don't do it anymore.
Never again.
I don't. I go to the wrestling whatever promotions website and I pull a card from there. I don't bother with Wikipedia no more. Shell's gonna yell at me. I don't even care if he's gone. He's gonna find a way to yell at me. He's gonna show up in one of my dreams like, you do not. I'm like, I know. My bad. If you guys don't mind, because I don't think anybody else, I don't think a whole lot of people have ever heard it, and I want to. Would you mind if I played the rough cut of what was going to be our top rope theme from Shells?
Yes, please.
Can we handle that? I'm just making sure, because I know. And even if we can't handle it, I think we need to do it anyway. So just give me 1 sec. I got to find the... There it is. All right, ready? This is going to be good. I love this, just because he says my name. But anyway.
All right, this is the Top Row Wrestling Talk, man. That's it. I ain't got nothing else to say. Let's get to it. Yeah. Check. Breaking insanity, pumps containing calamity, quiet storm, violence born, hanging winds like memories, gravity defying new enemies, your nieces picking and choosing, confusion like two roosters, your pulpit left frozen. He rode in whack MCs, one sip of the potion, gummy juice bouncing over mountains, we stretching boundaries, count to 2.5, we breathe away the hot tag, gorilla grip the tag rope, softly diamond, Winnie Diddy in his neck, chiseled in marble, and shrine my quotes, I climb the ropes, fuck it, I'm Brock Lesnar, a shooting star, a moving car, weaving through traffic with every ball, eating whack MCs and stuff like I carry on, watch the spirit fade to the frontier, fly boy with fly gear, East Ham the status is subordinate, my apparatus is press madness, pulling strings Lenny Kravitz, you crabby patties maintaining the balance, rearrange you cowards every word drip with malice, I'm with your regal but one take, no need for punches, eating rappers lunches, I'm the meanest, toughest, you softer than cream corn, and grandma cupboard, the Philly version of Jesse Lover, a heat magnet, don't need matches, my promos enough, who else calling my bluff, what? Phone ringing, man. That's all I ain't doing no more of this, man. Listen.
All right, so I even asked him, I was like, yo, why did you say South Philly Psycho afterwards? And he's like, nah, they gotta know your name, homie. They gotta know your name. I'm like, don't nobody know me. He's like, well, they gonna know you. I was like, no, don't.
Oh man, there is no one like him.
I just don't remember him saying like, yo, I'm up in my attic, it's like 200 degrees. I'm gonna fix that up, don't worry. But that was the rough cut. That was a freestyle. That was just, I picked a beat that he wanted to rhyme on. He was like, since you won, I'm doing the top rope freestyle. I was like, for real? Like, nah, you don't need to do that. He's like, no, you won. I'm gonna do it. I'm like, okay, do that shit. I want to hear this shit.
You know, his music is what really helped me through this right now. Is, you know, that the Midnight Express album. It was like I told you guys on my way home from work, Ode to Camplo came on, and I didn't cry, I didn't get upset. I heard the joy in his voice, in his verses, like that whole like all I hear now is the joy and happiness in his voice when he's behind a microphone, and it makes me smile. You know, it makes me happy that someone had passion. Like
I'll be totally honest. Up until just a few hours ago, I hadn't listened to anything. I was like, I can't do it. And I was bringing my son home. We had to take him to the doctor. He had a little ear infection. He wasn't feeling good. And I just had my Spotify on shuffle. And Ahmed Johnson popped up from the Nation Gang album. And the beat comes on. You hear Farouk and everything talk about how Ahmed Johnson wants to be white. And I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I could do this. And my son, who was in the crappiest mood all day, I turn around, look in the back seat. He's got a big smile on his face and he's nodding his head. And he's blowing kisses at Uncle Shells as he starts rapping. And I was like, all right, I guess we're doing this. I can't now. Like, this is the first time. Like Uncle Shells made him happy. I got to do this, you know? And I didn't cry. I didn't know, as soon as I heard I'm Alshon the same day they signed Tory. Honestly, I went back and I was thinking all the shit we were talking about from that 2017 Super Bowl and the Eagles and everything, and like I'm smiling now. I was smiling then, and I thought like, okay, this might be all right. I mean, you can see we're not completely all right, and we had talked about maybe not even doing this week. Like, let's just take some time off, and then Grandma Wendy made the most perfect point, and I couldn't argue it. I mean, do you want to tell them what the point was? Because I'm talking too much. I gotta. Whew.
I don't think I can without crying.
I don't know if I can either, but I'll try if you need me to. I'm here. You know, like they're here for us in the chat. I'm here for y'all. Just please, you know.
I just said, you know, like he wouldn't want us to not do the show. Like he would want us to just do it, just keep moving forward, and he would just tell us to just quit our crying and just fucking do it, you know.
yes he would. But you know, the biggest thing that hit me like a ton of bricks was like, if Shells could move forward after losing his brother a few months ago, we could do it after we lost our brother. We can too. And I was like, fuck, I can't argue that. Like there's nothing I can say to that. You're right. He did it. He was doing it, and he was doing it well. We are trying to do it, and we're not doing it so well. But we're doing it. But we're doing it for him, and I will never forget that man. I will always. There's still new music coming from Shells. I know, like I saw something from Jason saying that, you know, we will be moving forward with Shells projects. It's just gonna take some time, and as far as Jason and the guys from Insubordinate and whoever, like, take as much time as you need, man, because like I'll try to do this now, and fuck, it's hard. So please take the time. Let it, you know, do what you got to do. Let us know when it comes out. We'll be behind it 1,000%. We'll give you everything we can to promote it, to put it out there, to do whatever you need us to do. All you got to do is ask. We'll be waiting. Thank you so much.
I just have to share real quick. I was laughing at myself the other night. I was driving to pick up the husband from work, and it was like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm driving down like this dark ass street by DCA, and all of a sudden Pain and Glory comes on. Mind you, I'm wearing like an adorable little jacket because it's cold, and I have my hot pink gloves because I love hot pink,
of course,
and my little turquoise Honda Fit, looking like a little
your mermaid,
looking like a Polly Pocket, or like a brunette Polly Pocket
with an Insubordinate record sticker on the back, mind you, on the back of that fit,
right on the side with the Insubordinate, right? And all of a sudden, Pain and Glory comes on, and I'm just like trying to look like the hardest motherfucker. And I was like, Shells would so laugh at me because I'm Polly Pocket looking hard as fuck right now with my little scrunchie in my hair, like, yeah.
Oh, I remember that. He was good. Yeah, he really was.
Oh, Jace, I'm sorry.
Chris is like, damn, you dumb. You got me on the verge of tears right now. So am I, man.
Sorry for making you cry, Jason. I love you.
Yeah, we love you, Griff. We literally feel your pain. So
did I tell you guys Griff and I are play cousins?
For real?
Yeah, we are. We're play cousins. We found out through following each other. Well, I guess you could say we met through Shelton, like many of us met each other.
Yeah.
And through friending each other or following each other on Insta, we found out we had one other person in common, and that person is my play sister because our moms are best friends. So I told him, yes, shout out to Connie. So I told him, I guess that makes us cousins now. So aww. Jason and I we're play cousins.
This is like some Cobra Kai season 3 shit. You're not karate cousins, you're play cousins.
we're all interlinked.
Yeah, we really are. And that's another thing. Shells brought a lot of people into our lives. He brought guys like Felipe into our lives. And you saw us do Superplex with him and Gonzalo, and none of that would have been possible if it weren't for him. And Felipe is like another dear brother. Like I'm the Hall to his Nash. We're running this CWO shit, and I would have none of that if it weren't for Shells.
That makes me Hogan, because I'll never be 6.
You could always be the Macho Man, I guess.
Somebody has to be Bischoff.
Somebody's got to be Buff Daddy. Oh, but yeah, I can't thank that man enough for everything he's brought to my life. Not just the music. I mean, just everything between him and I, the people he brought into my life, the things he did for me personally, professionally, all across the board. I can't thank you enough. I never will. Everything I do from this moment on will be dedicated to you somehow, some way. I don't care whether I go big or I end up like, losing all my subscribers and sitting here with 3 people. I'm going to be doing it, dedicating it to you. I don't know how else to say it. I'm gonna miss you like hell.
Can I say real quick? I don't know who else out there experienced a Shelton hug, but there was nothing like it in the world.
I wish.
And it made you feel so safe.
I wish, because like
everything was gonna be fine.
Oh.
And I feel like this week especially is something that I could use. Like just one of those big, take the breath out of you hugs that he would give.
Yeah, like this has just been a rough week for me because even shortly after this, my friend from literally preschool, like known him from 4 years old up, his birthday just passed, and he OD'd right before my birthday a couple of years ago. So I went from shells to this to that, and it's just like, fuck. Like Wendy said last week, fuck me slowly with a chainsaw. It would be easier at this point.
Fuck me gently with a chainsaw.
Gently. My bad. See, even when she's crying, she's correcting me. My bad. That's that Shell's in her.
Wikipedia. I don't need Wikipedia for that.
You do not say it that way.
Watched Heathers too many times.
Oh, God, I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, he would have wanted us to do this, and I know we're blabbing on and on, and maybe we ought to get to some actual wrestling. Shall we?
I think he would want that.
The man would want.
I think he would want that,
Agreed.
and I think knowing him like I do, and all the talk we had from before the interview leading up to it, I think he's damn mad that he couldn't have been around for this Fight Pit 2. Because he was all about the first one with Riddle and Thatcher. I mean, after it was over, he was talking about it. He was on social media, and then he came on our shows, and he was having us fantasy book Fight Pit matches, like with only shooters. And then we even went further and said, like, if you could put 2 MCs in a fight pit, who would you put in?
Def Jam.
Fuck Def Jam. This would be worse. But we did have Fight Pit 2 last night, finally, because Thatcher wasn't medically cleared, so they put it off a couple of weeks. And I gotta say, it was good. I don't think it was as good as the first one, because Shells was right. You really do need 2 shooters. And Champ was good, but he doesn't exactly fit that shooter type. The ending of it was brutal. Between, like, Thatcher basically cramming one of Ciampa's legs in between the 2 pieces of the fight pit fencing and just sticking him there. Like remember Rey Mysterio when Chavo hung him from that scaffolding by his one leg and just kept hitting him with a chair? Yeah. Picture that, only Thatcher holds him up, gets like that stretch muffler with the other leg, like puts the leg around his shoulders, and then grabs and twists. Oof. While he's in midair with the other leg stuck, doing like a damn split, and he's going like that till Ciampa taps. I was like, oh!
How did I miss this? Oh my god!
I was just wondering the same thing, Wendy.
Like I have watched.
Honestly, what is?
I have watched people go through 3 dozen light tubes and land on barbed wire, and I haven't had the same reaction as I did to that. It was, oh my god! Oh, let him go! Let him go! Like that was brutal. It was still good, but. Oh, I know you're here for us, Felipe. We love you. I know it was good, but it just wasn't as good as that first one. And sequels never really live up to the to the originals. I mean, every once in a while, Rocky 2 might have been better than Rocky 1, Rocky 3,
That's
I'm just saying. Debatable, but still. It's really all from a certain point of view. If you're from Philly and you want to see the guy win, then 2 is better.
Fair enough.
But it was a good follow up. I definitely appreciated it. I think Shells probably would have too. And on the same show, it was like, honestly, watching this, it was like they were trying to remind me of him because out trots Malcolm Bivens for the first time probably since pandemic.
Always be Stokely Hathaway to me.
He will
I can
always
never call
be
him
Stokely.
anything else.
I got the Dream Team shirt behind me. He will always be Stokely, okay? But for the sake of argument, because he changed his name and because people like to get on me when I don't use it, like if I say Killer Cross, people are all over me. I'm like, you know who I'm talking about. Malcolm Bivens pops out for the first time since pandemic. I mean, you might have seen him as like
This. Call
Batman.
Malcolm again. Call him Malcolm again. That's the look I'm giving you.
Oh, don't make me. Don't make me. Okay, Stokely came out. Is that bad?
You much better.
My man Stokely showed up. And back before the pandemic, he was rolling with that big, just beefed up looking Indian tag team.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, like, they went away. I don't know if it's like travel restrictions.
Because they were a tag team.
Well, that's true too, but this is
That's
NXT. But that's a whole other story. But they went away, and he's now coming out with a man named Tyler Rust, who he's an interesting looking dude to say the least. Like he's kind of skinny buff. He can kind of wrestle. I know he got literally squashed by Bronson Reed last night. That was hard to watch. Not as hard as Ciampa, but that was hard to watch. And of course, Malcolm, whenever he's speaking about him on promos, says that this man is his diamond in the rust.
I'm sorry, when who?
Stokely.
Yes,
because I was just about to say, when I brought this to Wendy, she had the same thought that I thought, which was calling this man a diamond in the rust is so fucking Stokely. Stokely.
It's such a Stokely Hathaway thing to say, and thank you, Jason. Yes, it's always Stokely.
It will always be Stokely. When I say Malcolm, you hear Stokely.
Exactly.
It's like a drill sergeant. When I say Malcolm, you hear Stokely. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
But it's nice to see it back. But it was like NXT was trying to remind me of Shells last night. I was like, come on, man. I know I said we need to talk about wrestling, but I had to get that off my chest. And I had to get it off my chest because, on our show, in our talks, Shells has always told me, like, no matter what you do, don't try to bullshit people. Just be you.
True.
Just be real.
Just be you.
Just keep it a hundo, and you'll be good.
Hundo pizza.
I got to do that right now. I'm probably going to say something that I never said before on this show, that I may have never said since this all began. And Dynamite kind of sucked. NXT was better. I know Shell's talked about it a lot. Those ratings don't always mean everything. When you watch the show, then you may see it. Then you may see what I'm talking about. And last night was a perfect example of that because AEW killed NXT. AEW show? It's not very good. Exactly. It might have been the worst Dynamite ever. It had some good moments to it, but overall, it was kind of a shitty show. I can't lie, y'all. Like, I watched NXT after, and for the first time, maybe in the entire war, I thought to myself, damn, I should have watched this. Like, I should have watched this live and then came back and caught Dynamite. If I knew, like, if I could hit a DeLorean, go back to 2 or 3 hours, I might do it a different way.
Yeah, I guess.
I lived up to my grandma name, and I fell asleep. I think right around Penelope Ford maybe is the last thing I vaguely recall. But I don't know. I just went to sleep. It was such a weird show. It was kind of slow.
Really was.
It was kind of confusing because like they did a whole segment during the show where the Bucks go to Kenny's house and Don's there and they get brushed off, and then you see Don with a black eye and he blames the Bucks. Shortly after that, you see the Good Brothers beating on somebody, and when the camera turns, you see that it's not. You figure it's the Young Bucks because they supposedly gave Don the black eye, right? Mm-hmm. It's the Lucha Bros. I'm like, whoa.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah,
hold up.
Had nothing to do with the story.
Hold up, time out. If I was a referee, flag on the play, we got to review this. So again, Bucks show up to Kenny's house. They see this really questionable painting on the wall of Kenny and Don.
So awesome.
Don basically tries to buy him off and then tells him to fuck off. Shortly after that, he has a black eye that he blames on the Bucks. And now the Lucha Bros are getting their ass kicked? How the hell? Like, I understand the Lucha Bros were involved last week, but you would think they were, between the way they set the segments up, we were building towards the Good Brothers beating on the Bucks and really kind of showing that, like, okay, they're out. Like, fuck the Young Bucks. this is the new elite. But instead, we got the beating on the Lucha Bros. Things kind of derailed, is all I'm saying. And then I was so excited for that triple threat tag team match with the Inner Circle, and Pride and Powerful weren't even involved in the decision either way.
That's a good thing.
Which I guess is good.
It's
but
very good because they didn't take the pin.
But at the same time, they didn't get to be what they said they were going into that. Like, we are the team in the Inner Circle. Well, you're not now. And we've all heard of the best moonsault ever from Christopher Daniels. Last night, we got the worst lion salt ever. I thought Chris Jericho was going to land on his head and just kind of pull like a fallen on his ass angel on the ramp, but in the middle of a ring. Like, he was just going to jump on that rope and fall flat. Like, he barely got over. He barely made any contact. It looked horrible. I cringed. I literally watching. I was like, ooh. And I hate to say that about my goat, but again,
but you gotta call them out sometimes. You gotta let them know.
I can't bullshit you people. I gotta keep it a hundo.
We gotta keep it a son.
I can't sit here and tell you AEW was good when it wasn't. I can't sit here and tell you that wasn't the worst fucking lion salt ever when clearly it was. I can't tell you the show sucked. I can't tell you the show was great when it sucked.
Jose brought up a point. My Jose, not the hobo clown. My Jose brought up a point. He brought up a point that basically, like, the Dark Order, because I was like, "Yay, Dark Order!" You know, with Adam Page, this is great. And he brought up a point with them. Speaking of it sucking, they've basically become Chuck E. Cheese, and they're just like babysitting -1, which I understand, like, you know, the week when that tragedy happened, like, it made sense. But now it's just like, we're gonna keep parading him out every chance we get.
I hear you. Okay. I hear you, but I just noticed that Shelton's mom was in the chat, and
yeah.
Oh, so much love to you. Our deepest condolences. Like Brucey and I are both parents, and I don't think either one of us could imagine what you've been through. Like that's another, like, my heart's already broken, but it just cracked a little bit more for you. You are one strong woman to be up and be a part of this, and I hope you're okay. We send all our love, our condolences, and all our strength, anything you need. All you got to do is ask. You got to do. We're here. We love you too. Please reach out if you need us. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry. I had to. I couldn't help myself.
No, yes.
It's so good to see that she showed up. Like, I've literally had that in the back of my mind since I heard.
So
and it's just like, man.
Can y'all fill me in on the Adam Page and Dark Order? I missed that. I was on my way home.
You were
you were
doing your high class coaching. That was sad. Not this kind of sad, but it was still sad because, like, they had a great match. They pulled off some amazing. That match was actually good. And
it was a good match.
Between Hangman, Silver, and Reynolds, they pulled off, like, the most amazing chain finisher.
They had such great, like,
they had such great
group
chemistry.
Dynamic. It was. Yeah.
It was beautiful. Like, they needed to make a trios title and hand it to those three after the match because it was mwah.
Yeah.
And
I think that was the best part of the night for me.
But that was the thing when it was all said and done. You know, Silver is trying to get his answer, and all of a sudden he's like, he said yes, and they're dropping banners and there's confetti, and they already had the birthday cake for -1 that they ruined with Luther because it's Luther.
Which can I just say that was hysterical that Silver just got a huge chunk and was just like licking his fingers.
Cause Johnny Hungry. Cause Johnny Hungry. I loved it. But they let off all this stuff and Hangman grabs the mic and almost choked up. He says, "I'm sorry guys. I did this. I did the group thing before and it burned me. I can't." And he just walks away. And everybody of the Dark Order is sitting there looking like someone just stole their puppy. Just
I'm telling you, it's gonna be
Austin Aries.
Spears.
No, Spears. Sean Spears.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know why Austin Aries is on the brain. Get out.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Get out of my head.
And yes, Kadri, we've been saying that trios titles need to happen in AEW like yesterday.
It really does.
So yeah. Yeah, Adam Page really did hurt Silver, and damn it, and on top of that, they ruined the bloody cake. I'm with you, Peter. I'm right there with you, man. I don't know what I was more upset about. Call him the
perfect 10.
That'll be his number, perfect 10.
No, he can't be 10. There's already a number 10.
But there's not a perfect 10.
He's gonna be. He's gonna be.
Coming to America 2 is coming.
He's gonna be the guy to take over. And
what do you know from gimmicks,
hand.
you bastard? No, I would love that. This is the perfect 10, Sean Spears.
The firm hand, eh?
So it's too bad that he can't use the perfect 10 because it's double Dark Order.
Maybe that could be, he kind of looked like Lady Gaga, but still.
hey, we will not be insulting Mother Monster here. 10 was feeding the kid lines, little Bush League.
Soundboard.
Yeah, soundboard's still here. We may not be using it much, but it's still here.
Now that we're to it, have you guys found the Easter egg yet? Now that you get a chance to
look. The MJF figure in the background. There it is. The figure that Brucey has taken everywhere he went, including the closet, the bedroom, the bathroom, the work.
He alleges he didn't sleep with it, but I don't believe him.
This is the most amazing gift I think I have ever gotten.
That is pretty cool. Thank you.
Thank you, Mason.
Mason, you are the man. Can you give me one? No, he alleges that he's kept it on the shelf, but I think Wendy and I have 2 words for him. Sure, Jan. Sure.
He's still in the box.
At least.
Does that count?
Doesn't mean you can't snuggle a box awkwardly.
It might be in the box, but I don't think it's mint anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Felipe. I loved that entrance music. I thought that mashup was perfect.
Eddie Murphy's best movie, Coming to America. Damn right. It's kind of a toss-up for me between that and Trading Places. But yeah, I'd go Coming to America.
I do want to say this is the Inner Circles run their course.
Yeah.
MJF joined too late. It's run its course. Jericho is getting to that point where it's like, okay, bro, more commentary, less in ring.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think we might have been closer to it last week when we were saying like MJF is going to take the Inner Circle and kind of reshape it and just push the people out and maybe, make it smaller, maybe bring some more people in, maybe kind of, buy Hager, buy Sammy, Jericho, go to commentary, that sort of thing. Because I don't know if anybody noticed, but it seemed like Excalibur was kind of leading on the show last night instead of doing color.
That last night, like I was.
Oh shit! Did you? I'm sorry.
I saw that in the.
I was so bored, I totally forgot.
I was like.
I was looking at the comments this morning and I saw that and I was like, I'm gonna have to rewatch it and pay more attention because that's what it sounds like.
It really does, and it sounds like JR and Shivani are just there for like side comments and stuff like that. But Excalibur is the play-by-play #1 announcer.
Oh man, y'all, we got to go not wrestling related because we got an Eddie Murphy movie debate going on in our chat here. And you know what, Griff? You're right. You can't sleep on Beverly Hills Cop, either one or
agreed.
2. You can totally forget Beverly Hills Cop 3, but 1 and 2 are classics. Like that. I feel like one way or another we got Eddie Murphy's top movies in the live chat right now. Is all I'm saying.
I vote for The Golden Child, a classic.
I want the night. My dear sweet brother Nunzi. I love that movie. I thought I was the only one though, because it's kind of corny.
No, I love it for being corny.
48 Hours is another one.
Ooh, yes, him and Nick Nolte.
Listen, he didn't start having bad movies until he started working for Disney.
True.
Let's never ever bring up Pluto Nash, please.
Please, no. I
watched that the other day and I was like, God, no.
Even Daddy Daycare, I'm like, why, Eddie? Why?
Bro, Daddy Daycare was funny though. Like it was better. I would rather watch that than Pluto Nash.
I would argue that Norbit is better.
Really? You're gonna vote for Norbit?
Over Daddy Daycare? Fuck yeah, because he was actually being raw and Eddie and not some crummy little dad.
Fair.
Where does Dr. Doolittle stand for you guys?
Ooh, the first one?
Not
like,
high.
The first one is pretty good. The sequels were trash, but the first one,
No, I'm
I kind of like. It's like top 10 for me.
Raw Eddie
Oh,
Murphy.
Oh
Life.
yeah, the comedy special.
Yes.
Ooh.
Griff just brought up Life. Jiggly, jiggly, jiggly.
Yes.
As the pappy.
I'm the pappy.
I think Life was great because of
Can't get
everybody
right.
that was in it.
Oh my god. Talk about derailing. This is. We started out with a wrestling show, and now we're totally talking about Eddie Murphy movie. I said on social media, this is gonna be a roller coaster, and it is. It absolutely is.
It's the roller coaster we needed, though.
Wendy would be the big dude in life. Hey, you gonna eat your cornbread?
Oh, eat your cornbread. Creeping up behind you. That's me.
Oh man,
Total creep.
I feel like after the show we should all visit Ray's Boom Boom Room. I need a drink. This is a roller coaster. I need a drink. Let's go to Ray's.
My God.
Such a good movie.
Oh, but yeah, there were a lot of good Eddie Murphy movies. Most of them ain't recent, but there were a lot of good ones. I mean, even Trading Places with Dan Aykroyd and Jamie Lee Curtis and all, and like a ton of talent.
Places. How do I forget about Trading
man.
Places?
How do you
was a
forget
good
about
one.
that one? It was so good. I think it was probably the first pair of boobs I ever saw in my life were Jamie Lee Curtis's. I snuck downstairs and put the VHS in because I wanted to see Eddie Murphy, and I ended up seeing Jamie Lee Curtis's boobs.
The screen.
Does the scramble screen count? Remember back in the day, Dom, where you push the button in on the cable box?
Yeah,
get
yeah,
a
you kept
scramble
twist.
channel and partially see stuff? Yeah.
No, my boy
Y'all
had a
act
D.
like I never did that.
No, my boy across the street had a D-scrambler, so we didn't have to do anything.
I just thought you were
we
too
just had
young.
the box, turned it on, put
Oh
on whatever
no,
we
I know
want.
about the box.
Mm-hmm.
I know all about that cable box.
That D-scrambler box, yo, that was the truth back in the day. You get everything.
You know how many WWF pay-per-views I got to watch that way?
I was just about to say, you know, many like WWE pay-per-views we saved a ton of money on because we had the box. It's like just tune into the channel, it's gonna come in. Really? Yeah. Oh shit, there it is. It's free.
Bowfinger. I'm with Felipe on that. Bowfinger.
Oh,
was a good one.
Bowfinger. Oh shit, yes.
That was a good one.
Where he played Kip and Jiff.
Yes.
Vampire in Brooklyn.
That's a classic.
Oh, don't
son.
sleep on that one either. Oh my god, we gotta
Hundo
stop.
P.
We gotta stop. The whole show is derailed. Welcome to Top Rope.
I-
Welcome to Top Rope, Eddie Murphy, y'all. Dedicated to shells.
We literally had
Should we call this episode
10
The Day
minutes
Shelton
of-
and Eddie Took Over?
I really should rename it. I already called it Long Live Lord Jones, but
We literally talked 10 minutes of wrestling.
I know, and it's great. I don't care. It's great.
This just happened.
But yeah, I mean, I think the most shocking moment of the week, going back to wrestling because I'm trying to get us on the tracks, was Tuesday on Impact when Private Party and Matt Hardy showed up.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know, obviously we've seen Kenny there. We've
I
seen a
watched
few
that
guys.
this morning. Yes.
Oh my god! Like it was cool to see. First of
That was
all,
a really
it was
good
cool.
match, too.
It was cool that
was.
the Cowboy came back because he had been rumored to have left Impact. So when he came back, I was like, "Yay! We get to hear his music again." That's probably the best part of James Storm and Impact is you get long
I was
necks and
hyped when I
rednecks.
saw that. I was like, yeah,
Johnny Cash listener. I love that damn song. It's an underrated entrance theme, and it's perfect for it. But
Yes.
the bigger news was that then Matt Hardy and Private Party show up, and you're like, what? And you find out they're going to be in a #1 contenders match for the Impact titles and win. And
Yeah.
cheat to win, because if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
You're not
So-
trying.
So how do we feel about the Private Party heel turn?
I love it. I absolutely.
Wendy?
Oh yeah, no. I usually am not, as everyone knows, a fan of Private Party.
That-
But this heel turn, I can get with it. Doesn't mean I like him still though. Like I still
Kirby.
think it's kinda like,
Yes.
I still don't like you for that
Soulmate
comment.
Kirby.
Well, I feel like any minute now we're gonna be able to look at Wendy and go, one of us.
No, not yet. Not yet.
It's getting
We're
there.
already one.
It's getting there. No, because I'm not with
So,
that Dark
you're
Order
fine.
shit. I'm still. I'm pulling Taz over here. Like, nope, not putting my hand up. Fuck that. But yeah, they win that, and then of course the nice heel win on Dynamite was pretty cool too, with the steel chair and all that. I wish it would have happened to Matt Sydal, but that's just me personally. I'm not saying there weren't there were some good moments at the beginning of Dynamite, but as it went on, it got weirder and worse and worse. By the end, I was just like, why am I here?
I'm sorry, Dom. I know you got this thing against Sydal, but him and Top Flight make a fucking killer team.
Oh yes, they were dynamic together. It was amazing to watch.
Oh yeah, Top Flight carried him quite well. No more.
Come on.
Gotcha.
Come on.
Gotcha. But no, they did make a pretty good team. I can't. They're like Randy Orton's on top of like the "I hate you with the passion of 1,000 suns" list. Close second, Matt Sydal.
Wow.
Like here to here. I can't bullshit these people, y'all. I already said that.
Fair enough.
So can y'all just talk about this for a second?
Oh, you really want to talk about this shit? The only thing I'm gonna say about that photo of Lacey in Rick's robe is kudos to Rick for bringing her to Space Mountain and turning her into a nasty. End of my comment.
Wendy,
I want to be Rick when I grow up.
Storyline.
Honestly, I think it's kind of funny that they're going this route. I don't know if they're going like the sugar baby route or where they're taking it. It's just kind of funny. It's dumb. As long as they don't take it the Mark Henry May Young rubber hand route. Until then, though.
Yeah.
So
and honestly, William, no, it has not been lost on me. The Impact is benefiting much more from this merger and than Dynamite is at this point. But again, like Shell's always said, let it play out. Let it see where it's going. You don't know where, and I've done that a lot with WWE and a few other places. So now this is new. I'm gonna give this a shot because Lord knows I let some stuff play out and it never did. So, but let's see where this is going. It's definitely benefited Impact probably a lot more.
A lot more.
I mean, it is definitely cool to see the Good Brothers back with Kenny Omega. They kind of. I'm going to steal something from Wendy here where they teased us, but they didn't exactly please us by bringing the Young Bucks in and then pushing them away. Like I thought we were going to get the band back together. And then they were like, nah.
I've forgotten about Al Wilson.
You'd forgotten about who?
Sorry.
I forgot about Al Wilson.
Tori Wilson's dad.
Oh, my God.
Oh, dang. Thank you, Felipe, for reminding us.
Look,
yes, I totally forgot about that whole angle with Al and Dawn Marie and all that shit.
I am gonna take some advice from our good friend Shells, and I'm going to let this Lacey Evans and Charlotte Flair storyline play out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because like the way I could see it playing out and the way it probably should play out is Rick plays it off like he has nothing to do with Lacey and stays in Charlotte's corner. Charlotte wins the title at the Rumble from Asuka, goes on to WrestleMania to face Lacey, and Rick screws Charlotte out of the title at WrestleMania to give Lacey Evans that huge push that she so rightfully deserves and the title and her WrestleMania moment.
That would be kind of cool. So are you saying... Are you saying that Lacey is going to win? Are you saying that Lacey is going to win the Women's Royal Rumble? Is this like because how is Lacey going to get into the title picture at WrestleMania?
A SmackDown superstar wins.
Oh, and they have to come up with something on like Elimination Chamber, put some ladies in and winner takes on Charlotte kind of thing. Okay. I just didn't know how you were getting Lacey in the title picture because there was a leap. So I was trying to fill in the gap.
Here's the thing. It's a Charlotte Flair storyline. There's no need for anyone to have a number one contenders match because it's Charlotte and Rick. So yeah, she'll be there automatically because the storyline's already started. Yeah. And
you rock too, Alvaro. I can't say that enough.
And Ric Flair hasn't turned on Charlotte yet, and Charlotte hasn't turned on Rick yet. So it's kind of like it's time for that family feud and Charlotte's career / story of everything.
So when you okay now that we get to talking about Impact of women's wrestling and stuff, it reminded me of something that we put a pin in last week, because now my brain is starting to focus a little bit. We had kind of broached Taya Valkyrie, and we had asked the question, like, the rumors were that she was going to WWE, and then the question was asked, does Taya fit in WWE? And we left it there. We put a pin in it. And going back to this week's Impact, she was actually busted for setting Johnny up and getting him shot. And on the way out, they said, what are they going to do with her? And Tommy said, well, she'll probably go to the lockup in Connecticut.
He said if she's lucky, they'll send her down to Jacksonville, but if she's with her luck, she'll end up in Stanford Penitentiary 2 years, 3 years max.
Right.
I know this because I watched it this morning.
Because you watched it this morning and I watched it Tuesday. So thank you.
It's fresh.
All right, now see okay. All right, we're vibing. We're on the tracks. Okay,
we're back on track.
I think we need to take the pin out and ask the question: does Taya actually fit in WWE? And where would you rather see her, in someplace like AEW or NXT?
I want to see her in WWE. Actually, I want her there. Because she's tough.
I do too.
And she's there's a reason they call her La Buena Loca. And she's going to bring it to them. And she'll bring that fight. And I think she can definitely take because WWE does have a good women's division. I just think she'll just knock it up like a little, just bring a little extra oomph to the craziness and just give it more, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost like hardcore, but not. Just make it a little more brutal, a little more aggressive, a little more, you know?
That's true.
I think she could do it. I think she could definitely do it.
I definitely agree with that. My biggest fear is that she's going to kind of get, shuffled to the side and lost, like her husband. Because think about how hot Johnny Mundo, Johnny Impact, whatever you want to call him, was before he walked into WWE and took back the same character he had in 2008, and think about where he is now, like almost a year later.
It's because.
So I'm afraid Taya's going to walk in, and they're going to be like, "Oh, well, you're okay, but you're not one of the 4 horsewomen, so and you're not Asuka. So back of the line."
They're going to repackage her, rebrand her, retrain her to the way that WWE wrestles, not the way everyone else does, because they have their own way of doing stuff. Right. And so she's going to have to go through everything.
And so for that, I'd rather see her in NXT or AEW. And I lean.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see her in NXT. They're gonna.
I lean a little bit.
They're gonna start her off and bring her up.
But I kind of lean a little bit towards AEW because they definitely have spots where she could fit in, be a huge part of the roster, build on her from there, and be like an instant contender. Where NXT's division is probably more packed than WWE's.
AEW's is already packed enough, though, and they're not using any of those women. So why are we going to send her somewhere where she's not going to be used with the rest of them?
They're also now, like, pumping a bunch of... it looks like they're going to pump a bunch of, like, Joshi wrestlers from Japan into this women's tournament, and they're going to be bringing other people in.
We don't need no more Joshi wrestlers.
I'm not saying
you got to solidify that damn division.
I'm not saying
they were on a roll.
I'm saying...
I don't think AEW needs... AEW doesn't need any more women on their roster. They need to take what they have, make it solid, build it up, and push it out. It doesn't need anything else.
They were on their way, and then Statlander got hurt, and then the pandemic hit. And
that's what I'm saying.
But they have a solid roster now that they can keep doing that with. That's why I don't think Taya needs to go to AEW.
No, absolutely
Should she go to the E? Definitely. She should go to E. If they drop her down to NXT to get her used to how we play this kiddie pool, fine. Plus, get her used to how we swim here. But that's where she should go. She should do her 2 to 3 years in Stanford.
Plus, when we found out that Impact and AEW were working together, one of the kind of dream matches I had was Taya versus Thunder Rosa. So I was kind of hoping she'd show up in AEW and at least do that.
I mean, that would be great and all, but she's gonna it's obvious she's gonna go to wherever Morrison is. So all these dream matches and stuff, put a pin in those, circle back in 2 to 3 years.
They're gonna rename her as well. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. Because they just signed Priscilla Kelly, and now her name is like Gigi Dolan or something.
What?
Well, that's awful.
Yeah. She was actually when they brought out all the tag teams.
They couldn't.
When they brought out all the
trademark her
tag
name.
teams for the women's Dusty Cup, and they lined them up across the ramp, at the top of the ramp, Priscilla Kelly was in the back with somebody I couldn't see, but I was like, wait, what the hell is she doing there? So I looked it up, and it turns out they had signed her, and they're going to be changing her name to Gigi Dolan.
Interesting.
So when Taya shows up, she's not Taya anymore. She's definitely not, Luera.
That's assuming though. But let's consider like Morrison, he's still John Morrison. It's just every promotion he goes to, he just picks a different last name. But he is who he is. And I get this feeling they're not going to be changing Taya's name. Taya's going to stay Taya, and she's going to go in there, and I think she's going to definitely do well.
Would they have the balls to call her Taya Morrison?
She doesn't need a last name though. She can just be a single name person.
So
I agree. I'm just saying.
Mason, my boy Mason makes a good point. He said, more vignettes and more lead-ins. No more. Here's a great indie star, and
and we're giving them a chance.
Like build them up, like they did with Cross and stuff like that. Like It seems like they only do it with like one or two people. Like Taya won't get that treatment. She won't get that treatment.
Catherine, I'm kind of there with you too. I'm sorry, but you're right. She won't get that. She won't get that kind of treatment. You're absolutely right. It would be. I would love to see Taya get true. Like a Killer Cross type introduction to NXT.
I could totally see like a double power couples thing.
That would be actually pretty cool.
Miz and Maurice with Morrison and Taya.
That would be cool. If of course Maurice feels like doing it, which is.
Yeah.
OMG, Felipe just brought up a point, y'all.
What?
He just sent it to me, like, privately. He said, it's interesting that Kelly's name is Gigi and Darby's last name is Allen. Mm-hmm. Now, punk rockers, let's marry the two.
Right?
Are we not processing a little Gigi Allen here?
No, I am. I'm just... I'm giving it a minute for the chat to marinate on it, see if they can.
Holy shit, y'all. That's insane. Gigi Allen. That's too funny. The
that
coincidence is too funny.
Coincidence? We think not. It's in the stars. Darby and Gigi are going to get back together. Probably not. But if they do, you heard it here first, okay? But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where she goes and what happens from there. It was definitely interesting the way they wrapped all of the Who Shot Johnny shit up, and I felt good because she was one of my two prime suspects. So again, we put another case on our board, man. Top rope detective agency, baby. We solve all this shit.
To answer Peter's question real quick, it's G. It's just the letter G. G Allen, Allin. Look him up. Hardcore punk. Yes. Crazy, a lot of body fluids involved.
Yes.
Just insane. He was on Jerry Springer, wasn't he?
He really was.
Yeah. He was on Springer one time.
He was on Springer.
It was, yeah.
I wonder if he was on the same episode with Shooter. Oh, sorry. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting to see where it goes and how that and where she goes and what happens. It's we might have taken the pin out, but we're probably gonna have to put it back in and pop it out when she debuts somewhere. Talk about it again. But it just clicked in my brain because I remember last week we were going to go into it and we had already started a whole other topic, and Wendy's like, "Nope, put a pin in it." I was like, "Okay, here we go." So again, there it is. There was another thing that popped up right before we came on. It was an article basically about the interview that The Undertaker gave with Joe Rogan, and he was asked if he watches WWE programming, and his direct response was, "I really try to. I want to be a fan, but today's product in WWE is kind of soft." And when I heard that, I thought, harsh, but you're not wrong. Am I the only one?
No, he's not wrong. Not wrong at all. Like that's the reason why like we barely watch as much as we do. You know, it's not the style of wrestling that we enjoy. I mean, not saying that we don't enjoy some of the stuff that they put out in the matches and stuff like that, because we do. No, but the stories and I don't know, it is soft, and
I'm gonna see if
I don't know. I gotta find a way to get back on.
According to the Undertaker, he said, and I quote, after saying that they were soft, they're trying, and it's always been that way, but they're trying to put something out for everybody.
Yep.
And some guys are into comedy shit, and then some guys want to see a more hardcore style. Wrestling isn't for everyone, basically, because there's a lot to unpack there. Mm-hmm. And he went on to say that, like, Triple H is at the PC in NXT, and he was a great wrestler. He heads that whole thing. He's trying everything he can to get some of that toothpaste back in the tube, direct quote. He's trying to move back to kind of take a step forward and give the product a little more edge. I think that's what it's missing. And again, when I read that, I thought to myself, he's not wrong. Everything that he said is it has a good bit of accuracy to it, because even USA itself told WWE, we want more adult content. That's why everybody's getting lit on fire, apparently.
What stuck out to me about what Taker said was when he mentioned that, like, all these youngins are like, well, the fans said I was good on social media.
Yes,
but we're the fans. We don't know our asses from our elbows, when it comes to wrestling things, unless, like, you've wrestled before, and even then, like, you're not doing it on the daily, and it's just an opinion. It's not legitimate advice, And I agree with Taker on that. Like, you shouldn't listen to the fans on social media. What do we know?
Exactly. And you shouldn't try to make a show that everybody's going to get into, because there's never going to be a show that everybody's going to get into. Like, some people like Impact, some people say it's too corny. Some people like AEW, some people say it's too many flips and flops, and they've got that corny mentality. Some people just like WWE, and other people were like, really? Do you know what you're missing? No one is ever going to like one show as a whole, altogether. That's why, regardless of what, big or small, there have always been multiple promotions. Even after WCW and WWE, there was TNA. Now there's AEW. In between, there was Lucha Underground. And these were all catering to certain audiences. They weren't trying to cater to exactly the casual fans or to everybody. They picked their niche, and they blew up because they managed to land a good chunk of us. And that's the best you can hope for. It's even like when Bruce said, well, who are they catering to by bringing back Lucha Underground, which will be Azteca Underground, by the way. Breaking news. Told you. Anyway. Who are we catering to? Me, Wendy, a lot of people that watched Lucha Underground and missed the living hell out of it. Like Matt Stryker debuting at Hard to Kill and being on Impact Now in the commentary booth with D'Lo.
I was excited about that.
I love it. I miss that guy on a mic. I'm not saying he's exactly the same as he was in Lucha Underground, but he's still damn good. And I have to give him a shout out.
It was different.
Regardless of Impact this Tuesday or Hard to Kill, the man brought up the words, the sport of professional wrestling, over and over and over and over, and you never hear that anymore. And that just hit me, like old school wrestling fan, that just hit me. The sport of professional wrestling. When do you ever hear those words anymore?
I miss hearing that.
And then I'm listening to Matt Stryker, and he's saying it. And I don't think D'Lo's ever been a color commentator before. And kudos, dude, because you were damn good. Like, I already like the commentary team more than Madison and Josh. That's not saying much. God. But they were damn good together, and they do work well together. And I miss Matt Stryker. So, like, maybe that makes me want to tune in a little bit more, because that's the kind of I want to hear the sport of professional wrestling. I want to hear Matt Stryker. If they put Azteca Underground on YouTube next to Fusion, I'm gonna be watching it. If they put it on a network, I'm gonna be like, where's it at? You can't cater to everyone, and you certainly can't cater to casual fans, because casual is Again, casual. Like maybe they'll show up, maybe they won't. Maybe one week you'll have 900,000 viewers like NXT did, and then the next week you'll have 600,000 because they're casual. They're just like, I'll be back whenever.
Wrestling is like pie. Some people like apple. Some people like peach. Some people like chicken. Some people like sweet pies. Some people like savory pies. Not everybody likes pie. But there's a little bit of something for everybody. You just got to find what works for you.
Oh, snap. Gonzalo's in the chat.
Your pie's the best. Gonzalo.
My big evil brother. What's up, man? And even he said, D'Lo and Matt bring something fresh to Impact. I like that duo. Yes. I do, too. See, he and I became best friends on Superplex. And we're right here. I love this guy. I really do. I love you, too, Felipe. Please don't message me. And by the way, since they might both be in the live chat, I got to bring this up. A girl commented on the wrong episode, but she literally said, "I'm single" in response to you and Gonzalo. So go back through the Fox Den episodes, look in the comments, get on that. Do you remember at the end? I think it was the worst of. They said that they were single, and we were talking about playing the dating game and having promo contests. So I'm sorry, y'all might want to look back through, get on that, because I saw a small picture, but she looked alright, man. I'm just saying.
She looked alright.
She looked alright. I can't go into detail because my wife's gonna watch this. Okay.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to keep myself safe. I'm playing the fifth. Okay, Dave Chappelle movies, go! No, I'm playing.
Oh, dear God, no, I gotta go to bed soon.
Right.
Yeah, same. No, I gotta work in the morning.
But it does seem like there's a lot. But as I was saying, it does seem like there's a lot of truth to what The Undertaker was saying. Go to the USA Network complaining. If they weren't worried about being more edgy even before the USA Network, how do you explain The Fiend? And even Alexa now, like the way she showed up Monday and kind of like just channeled The Fiend or got possessed by him and whooped Asuka's ass and then flipped back to like Happy Alexa at the end of the match. I was like that's some edgy shit. If you didn't think you needed it, we wouldn't be seeing it.
I'm gonna have to actually watch. I started the first how long was Randy Orton's promo? A lifetime?
I don't know, I fell asleep.
Okay, well, I started watching that.
I also didn't know he was a luchador, so thank you, Kadrian. That mask was something he needs to work on a little bit.
I got to the end of his promo, and I was like, just fucking A, bro, I can't do this. I just can't. So I ended up watching the British Bake Off.
By the way, did anybody else see Randy Orton in that mask talking about being disfigured and flashback to Cody Rhodes after Rey Mysterio broke his nose with the mask?
Oh, damn, yes!
After he was the dashing one, he came out of that, and the hood was over his face, he had the mask on, I'm disfigured. Randy Orton was doing his best Cody Rhodes impression and putting everybody to sleep. Because guess what, Randy? You ain't Cody. There, I said it. Nanny, nanny, boo-boo.
What... That
whole ass thing, man.
I just couldn't. Really could not.
No, it's Randy Morton.
That's what I was laughing at just now.
I love you, Felipe. I really do, guys. All right, so yeah, I feel you on those. I'm trying not to do that myself because this episode has definitely worn me the hell out. We've laughed, we've cried.
We've done a lot of crying.
Why we cried. I hope that maybe we brought just a little something, a little laugh, a little piece of light or happiness into some of the people that feel lives that feel the way that we're feeling right now. That was kind of the goal leading into this show. We really didn't care where it went. Like, we talked about Eddie Murphy movies. We didn't give a shit. We just wanted to do this to pay tribute and to try to show people out there that feel the way that we do. Like, you're not alone. We're here for you. We're trying to provide something. We're trying to show you that, there's a lot of people out here that feel just the way you do. And if you're ever in need, if there's something that we can do for you, please feel free to ask. I don't care if it's Jason. I don't care if it's Shell's mama. I don't care who it is. If there's anything you need, please.
Lexi, like I said, you're 15 minutes away from me. 30 minutes actually. We can meet up halfway and just hug and scream. We'll just scream into the void together.
I swear to God, let me know. I'll take the 90-minute drive. I'm not even kidding. I probably drove more miles today than it would to get there. So
I'm Sorry, it's like 20 hours for me.
Yeah, you're a little different. You're a little different. But Wendy and I, we're a little closer. You're a little further away. That's a shoot. But we wanna thank everyone for showing up and just supporting us and helping us get through this. And I hope we've done a little bit of the same for you. We want to thank everyone, all our regulars that showed everybody. Thank you so much. This was. Whew. Even when I get off this, I feel like I'm gonna go cry, but it was something that needed to be done.
Can I share some lighter news with everybody? I just got permission from Kirby. Kirby gave me permission to share this. I may need to share my screen. Can I share my screen?
Oh, I will make it so you can. Give me 1 second. Okay. Go for it.
So we have a new member of Top Rope joining us. September 10th. Can you guys see?
Oh shit!
There she is.
Yeah.
Little baby.
Oh wow!
Little peanut Kirby.
The high class family grows.
Yeah, look at her little baby.
Oh!
Yeah.
Congratulations! I know you don't know what it is yet, because obviously
It's another boy.
It's our girl.
family.
Shut up. We're
It's all
getting a
we
girl.
have.
We're getting
That's
a girl.
all we
We
have.
have a boys.
I'm praying extra hard for
It's
a
true
girl.
though. Bruce has got all boys. Kirby's got all boys. We're going to have to pray hard for.
My other sister has a boy.
Right?
This one, we're getting a girl this time. We're getting a girl.
I have a boy. No.
It's gonna. Kirby's giving us a girl. Kirby's giving us a girl. Damn it.
Regardless, congratulations, Kirby. That's some
Yes.
great news. Like, I'm hearing
happy
that a
for
lot.
You're
my
gonna be an uncle
soulmate.
again.
I had that whole. I had that whole old live song in my head going, like lightning crashes, you know?
Right? Oh my god.
Like when you popped that up, it just started playing in my head. I was like, wow, this is a trip. Oh, that's great. No, I needed that. Thank you, Grandma. Congratulations,
Yes.
Kirby, our loving merch maker, high class
Yes.
sister,
My
soulmate,
soulmate.
family member, you know.
Yes.
Oh,
She's
I'm
giving
gonna
us
be
a girl. Damn it.
Oh, I'm gonna be Uncle Psycho once again. Are you kidding? At this point, like my siblings are so old. I'm a great Uncle Psycho.
God.
No lie. Some of my great nephews are older than my child. I'm not even kidding.
Wow. That's a lot.
I'm the baby
Well,
of the
I
bunch.
mean, I do have a brother-in-law that's 9 years old who's got like nieces and nephews that are a little older than him. So that makes sense.
Oh, and Kirby says she's coming out with this way in March. Really?
Mm-hmm.
You know, my birthday's in March, Curbs. I'm just saying.
Oh, that's right. You're March and I'm in April.
Yep.
One right after the other.
Oh, yep, definitely. And thank you, Gonzalo. I will definitely be hitting you up. I know you're here for us. You always are. This was definitely an interesting show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And fuck, I can't even do the whole big. Can we even do the whole big spiel to end it? Because
Let's play out with Burberry scarves and call it a night.
Okay, well I'm gonna have to pull that up, but so thank you everybody for showing up. If you
real quick, I'll be posting the link on our group page for anybody if you can help in any way, whether it's throwing a few coins or sharing the link. There's a GoFundMe for Shelton's Memorial Fund, so we'll post that in the page. And
oh
if
no,
anybody can help,
definitely.
whether, like I said, whether throwing out some money or reposting it somewhere. He touched a lot of people. He meant a lot to everybody.
A few.
Somebody out there, whatever you can do, please.
Yeah, whatever you can do, and honestly, like support this man even though he's gone, because he's got a wonderful family.
He's not gone. Shelly ain't.
I mean, he's not here. So
He's
go
here.
to Spotify,
He's
go to
here.
Bandcamp.
Shelly's here with us.
Buy
no
the
matter
music. Listen to the music. Make sure the next time that royalty check shows up for his family, that his wife thinks like they mixed his stuff up with Nas. Just holy shit, you know, like that sort of thing. like it, because and definitely we will post the link for the memorial. I'm definitely going to contribute a little bit. I hope everybody does the same. Let's all get together and do something wonderful for our brother and keep him alive. And with that being said, I'm just gonna lead this show out the way he would lead knock things out every night, I'm just gonna say goodnight, and don't forget to tell your brothers and sisters that you love them, because, well,
Love you guys.
and I love you back.
Love you all.
I love you all. Mwah. Thank you. Good night. And let me find it. Where did it go? Here's Burberry Scars.
Burberry scars, shrimp and Perry on, living like a comet, moving amongst the stars. $100,000 sports cars, silk massage, menage a trois. Yes, I've been a boss. Burberry scars, shrimp and Perry on, living like a comet, moving amongst the stars. $100,000 sports cars, silk massage, menage a trois. Yes, I've been a boss.